The Ignition Effect means unlimited capabilities. Ignition is a tool, it's a software platform that lets us do whatever we want, and the sky's the limit.
I would actually give the Ignition Effect in one word, and that word is community. I think Ignition has done a fantastic job of bringing people together who traditionally did not work on the same technology or in the same fields, sharing ideas, sharing knowledge, and sharing values.
The Ignition Effect is part growth multiplier and part secret society. And by this, I mean that you feel like you're a part of a club. It's like, hey, do you do Ignition? I do Ignition. And all of a sudden there's bonding instantly. And you feel like you're a part of the same movement. And then on the company and personal side, the growth multiplier, it is what we've used to grow Vertec like crazy. And it's also something that has grown my career. And that's what I think the Ignition Effect is.
So I would define the Ignition Effect as increased possibilities. You know, when talking about Ignition, when somebody asks, hey, can Ignition do this? The answer is pretty much always yes.
I think the Ignition Effect is making better processes, better production throughout all industries, allowing companies to have access to data that they haven't before, be it, you know, if it was financial limitations or just not knowing what they needed. It's been so easy enough for Ignition and integrators to get into all industries to make everything better.
The Ignition Effect to me is being able to start out small and then to grow big.
That everything that we thought we couldn't do, we can now do. And there's really no barriers to that. You know, any kind of problem that comes down the pipe, we can create a solution for. You know, any type of data that we need to get out and display, we can now display. So it's really, the possibilities are really quite endless with the platform.
The Ignition Effect is to love and to have fun delivering innovative solutions to improve quality and productivity of the industry, with a community ready to support you all the way.
I think the definition of the Ignition Effect is how Ignition is making things open. Ignition's biggest effect is opening things up, opening up relationships, opening up networks, opening up a community, opening up platforms that are being built so they're open source and sharing. I think the openness and transparency that comes through Ignition and inductive automation is the biggest effect on the industry, the people that are using it, and just the market in general, seeing that openness and excitedness to work with the platform.
I feel like the Ignition Effect for me is how it started my career for me. Coming in from not knowing anything at all, nothing about the automation world, and how my career has grown since then. I feel like that's the Ignition Effect.
The Ignition Effect is enabling people, processes, and companies to grow. It's mastering our growth.
I think ultimately the Ignition Effect is enabling both developers and clients to be successful in their jobs.
It's always good when you start something with a plan and it's a good plan and it happens. So Inductive wanted to solve pain points. They wanted to make things easier for their customers. That there wasn't a piece of software out there that did what they did. Still is. But the effect is a little bit different than the purpose, I believe. The effect goes into a collaborative community, a customer who now can take ownership of something, competitors coming alongside and doing the same thing in principle that Inductive has, and then all the people who start understanding that they can accomplish things that they never thought they could accomplish before. The effect is wide. I'm sure there's a lot of people that have other ideas, but it's a good thing.
I think of the people that I've met, both at this company and through the forums. I think of all of the collaboration. I think of all of the excitement, all of the new projects and the desires that people have, and just this strong need to create and to keep growing and to keep learning. And I think that probably is the Ignition Effect, that it just encourages so much learning. It encourages so much excitement that so many people in so many different ways can solve the same projects or the same problems and figure out so many different solutions. The Ignition Effect is problem solving, I think. The Ignition Effect is community.
The Ignition Effect to me is the realization that the art of the possible is not just a phrase, but in fact it is something that you can tangibly reach, right? With a tool like Ignition, there is no limitation to what you can do with it. Now, that can come, of course, with some unforeseen consequences, but I think the ignition effect for me is that it puts the art of the possible within reach. I can literally build anything for any one of my customers in any type of industry.
Yeah, to me, the ignition effect is just creating this system that opens up your options and allows you to solve problems in the most effective and efficient way. It's changing the way we think about things and giving everybody the tools that they need to get to the data, to solve problems, to make really good visualizations. It's not about the software, it's about the end goal of making sure you unlock the potential of your company or your factory or your manufacturing site. So just this openness to share information, you have the Ignition Exchange where you can go in and pull projects and see how people solved a problem. And it's all to push out the knowledge and allow me to take that and use it to make my company better and make our processes more efficient. So it's just been a really cool thing to be a part of, and I just love the openness.
It gives you like a cool feeling of creativity mixed with possibility.
It is something that's really cool. You see it, you can hear it. Like once it's like the veil is lifted on the possibilities, and that's what I see as the ignition effect. Is just that like we can do anything now. Like there's no more limitations.